I think recruitment is a numbers game. I think a job hunt from a candidate's perspective is also a numbers game. You can't just focus completely on one application and say, well, this is my dream job. I am 100% in. And yeah, you lose and you're jobless, right? So you need to apply to multiple positions.
Hmm.
But there's this trade-off between generic applications and trying to stand out as a candidate. So I think a job hunt is a full-time job purely because it takes time to tailor your CV, it takes time to prepare. If you want to write a cover letter, you need to not just have one size fits all, but you have to tailor it to your future employer. You have to tailor it to the job you are applying for. And you have to stand out.
Obviously, as a recruitment agency, we hire for lots of different roles. Sometimes we do get candidates who then apply to sort of all of them. And I would say that doesn't look the best, just because obviously you should be applying to the one which is best suited for you. And if roles are quite different and you've applied to both of them, it doesn't look great, because it kind of just looks like you're applying for the sake of it, and obviously not the best sort of qualified for the role. But I think obviously it is hard, because sometimes you can be qualified for more than one role. But I would always say, especially within one company, don't apply for multiple roles within the same business. Obviously, if you've applied for a role, you didn't guess it, and then you see another role come out, that's fine. But if there's multiple roles open at the same time, don't apply to multiple roles. Apply to the one which you would be best qualified for. But yeah, I do understand it is difficult if you are looking for a role, and obviously you want to put your hat into the ring to have the best chance. But I would say sort of sticking to the one which is the best fit for you would be a better option than sort of applying to multiple and making it look like you're just applying to any role which has come on the internet.
I think when people are applying, whether it be fresh from a PhD or a master's, I would always advise apply for the jobs where you are most applicable first, because that's what companies will want. There will be hundreds of people applying for the same job as you, but when a hiring manager looks at that, if they see the relevant, let's say, experience, they are more likely to interview you and speak to you. If they can't find that on your CV, it will make it very difficult for them to want to interview you compared to someone else who has the relevant experience. I would advise people stick close to what you are doing right now, because if you try to go outside of it in the beginning, you will find it very, very difficult. And you'll ask yourself a lot of questions, and you'll be questioning your own ability. If you stay close to what you're doing, you'll have the opportunity to develop and broaden your horizons later down in your career, whether it be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You will have that chance to transition and maneuver.
Looking whether it says must have or sort of mandatory, if you don't have any of those technical skills, I'd say as a rule of thumb, don't apply to it, because that will be specifically what they're looking for. But with the other skills, I think often sometimes they're just sort of a beneficial addition to your qualifications.
The challenge is making that transition from academia into the industry when a company is looking for 2 to 3 years of, let's say, field application experience. You're providing support, scientific pre and post-sale support to customers. If they're looking for a person who has that already 2 to 3 years, and you're in academia, you've just completed your PhD, and you don't have that, yeah, there is a huge disconnect between this is what we want and this is what I can offer.
I think if you were to look at a job description, as an individual, I would evaluate, okay, what can I 100% do? And then I'd look at the points of, okay, what can't I do? But then if I can't do it, I'd ask myself the question of how long will it take me to learn it? How experienced would I need to be able to do it? And then if I find through asking those questions as an individual, asking to yourself, if you think it's going to take you a year to learn a specific skill that they're looking for, I don't think you'd be successful in that job opportunity, because when you think about a company, they may not be able to wait 1 year for someone to come up to speed, because if they are at a pivotal time in drug discovery or preclinical development or even heading towards an IND, they would want someone who can hit the ground running, because then it becomes a concern of what if that candidate can't do it, or what if they struggle? Will we need to hire someone to support them then and take that off of them? And will that then cost us more as a business? I think if you look at it and think, oh, I can learn this actually very, very quickly, then I'd encourage applying, because it shouldn't make a difference.
Johan Cruyff, famous Dutch footballer, said, if you don't shoot, you'll never score. So please shoot multiple times, and hopefully you're lucky.